Thanks for listening to the Listen Up Girl podcast, where every week I bring you 10 minutes or less of LGBTQ news. This week, we are one day away from finally having this election behind us, at least the voting part. Who knows what's going to happen with challenges and all that other stuff, recounts, but let's jump right into some political news. So last week, Trump had a rally at Madison Square Gardens that made headlines. There was a comedian, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to give him any credit, but he had a lot of racist comments. So, like calling Puerto Rico the island of trash. And there were many other racist comments, and it left MSG feeling really tainted. However, this week, Cyndi Lauper and Sam Smith took the stage at Madison Square Gardens and did a duet of her famous, beautiful song, Time After Time, and they cleansed the arena of bad energy. Cyndi said, "We have a lot of love here tonight to dissipate a lot of the hate that was here." So I think they cleaned it out and they saged the hell out of that place. So JD Vance also went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he shared some more false news. Surprise, surprise. He said that white liberal parents are pushing their children to transition in order to get an edge in college admissions. He referenced that middle and upper class parents only really care about their children attending Harvard or Yale, and that one way they can participate is in the DEI is to become trans. Shocking. JD Vance claimed that he and Donald Trump would likely also win the votes of normal gay men because they just want to be left the hell alone. I can tell you, as a normal gay man who does want to be left the hell alone, you will not be getting my vote or any of my friends' votes. So keep wishing. The View's Joy Behar asked if JD Vance was gay after he made the normal gay comment. She asked, "How does he know? Is he one of them?" Let's hope not. We don't want him over here on our side. Interestingly, over 60 million early votes have been cast, and over 50% are from women. This more than surpasses the 2016 and 2012 early voting. So we could really, really be in for something great. Donald Trump continues to embrace his anti-trans rhetoric and has spent millions of dollars, I think 65 million last time I looked, on ads targeting trans people. Kamala Harris has come out and a passport for trans inclusive policies. Since the beginning of 2023, states across the country have passed more than 100 laws targeting LGBTQ rights, most of them focused on trans minors. They want to deny giving access to gender affirming healthcare and sports and restricting LGBTQ topics in schools. So, NBC News to dozens of spoke to a dozen trans people and their families across 9 states about their hopes and concerns leading into Election Day. Some are backing Harris, and others have plans to leave the state and potentially even the country if Trump wins. Others, including those who plan to vote for Trump, said they are going to stay and organize or protest within their communities, regardless who wins. And some are still conflicted about whom they will vote for, citing objections they have both for Trump and Harris. If you are a trans person and all of the $65 million of anti trans ads and all of their speeches and rallies are talking about anti trans, why would you vote for Trump? I don't get it. You need psychological help in more ways than I can even count if you are voting for Trump. He is against you. He wants to destroy you. He does not want you here. You're saying you're going to leave the country. He would love it if you left the country. I don't get it. Another not so shocking news is that Elon Musk's estranged daughter, Vivian, has responded to transphobic tweets directed at her by the famous misogynist Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is currently being investigated for human trafficking, money laundering, and sex with a minor. In an X post, Tate repeatedly misgendered Vivian, who applied to change her name and gender in 2022. Elon Musk has a repeated refusal to acknowledge her identity and his shift to the right wing politics has resulted in the pair's relationship fully breaking down. Earlier this year, had Musk said that Vivian had been killed by the woke mind virus in an interview with Jordan Peterson. Wading in to share his opinion, Tate wrote, until Elon Musk's son, again, misgendering her, stops pretending he's a girl and puts some rockets into space, he should speak to his father with some respect. Vivian, who has gained a following for her savage comebacks, responded on the rival platform Threads with reference to Tate's current house arrest. Hi, Andrew. This is her quote. Hi, Andrew. I'm busy at the moment because I have a life rather than being on house arrest in Romania for sex crimes. However, I'm feeling gracious, so I'll do you a favor and make sure to take out some time out of my schedule to publicly humiliate you later and give you the attention you desperately crave as your relevance continues to decline. Don't worry your little closeted head about that. In a separate post, in the meantime, I'm sure you'll make yourself busy by continuing to scam your audience of preteens who think you're God. You go, Vivian. I love that. Fight back. And one of my most favorite LGBTQ stories of the week is that Shawn Mendes took to the stage in Red Rocks in Colorado and said that he is trying to figure out his sexuality just like everybody else. I really hope that him telling the audience this gave him some relief. So I hope he comes out. I know a lot of people hope that he comes out and is his authentic self. And my wish is that Harry Styles would join him in coming out and they could both be my boyfriends. I would love a three-way relationship with both Harry and Shawn. So everybody can wish. That is my news this week. And again, it is a very important day. If you have not voted, please make sure you vote. Even if you live in a blue state and you know that Kamala is going to win, you have to vote. We want her to win the majority. You never know what happens. You may think everybody's voting for her, and then things happen. We've seen how things change so quickly for Hillary. But please, please just go and vote. Your vote, every single vote counts. It's so generic, but it's true. Every vote counts. And hopefully, this time next week, when I deliver you the news, we will have some good news and let you know that we have our first woman president, which would be fantastic. So, thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast, visit my website, listenupgirl.com, and follow me on Instagram at the real Zach Ari. Thanks so much for listening and speak to you next week.